Here on the press review today, we'll be looking at some of the comment and reaction which has emerged in the wake of the terror attacks in Paris on Friday night, which claimed more than 120 lives. Gunmen and suicide bombers launched near simultaneous assaults across 6 locations of the French capital, sending the country and perhaps the world into shock. Agnes Poirier, writing in The Guardian, says, "They struck at the heart of Parisians' Paris, diverse Paris, working class and modest bourgeois Paris. They struck on a Friday evening, on a particularly mild November night, when café terraces are still full of families. They struck during a friendly match between France and Germany at the Stade de France. They were ready to die, but only after they had killed as many people as they possibly could." French President François Hollande has blamed Islamic State for the attacks and has vowed a ruthless response. The terror group says it was responsible, with most analysts saying the claims are credible. But Poirier writes that even before the official pronouncements, most already knew. She writes, "We had, in fact, not fathomed the scope of their potential action, nor had we fully measured the depth of their hatred. Friday the 13th of November will remain a marker of both their logistic capability and of their loathing of democracy and civilization. Their modus operandi, among other things, their will to die, and the reports there were 2 suicide bombers who blew themselves up outside the Stade de France, leaves little doubt as to the nature of a terror which we have come to live with: radical Islam." Elsewhere, some have begun to wonder about what the consequences of the Paris attacks will be in terms of the politics of France and perhaps even Europe. Nathalie Nougaridia, also for The Guardian, writes, "The scenes in Paris are ones of a war zone and will be remembered as such. The trauma will be deep, and among the many questions that will arise, such as how could this happen or where were the security lapses, there will be the expectations of political consequences. What gains will the far-right Front National make of this?" France has declared 3 days of national mourning. It is likely to take much longer than that before the full ramifications of events in Paris are fully understood. Nougaridia writes, "It will be key for French officials now to send the signals that might prevent the kind of social dislocation and national breakdown that those who orchestrated this latest onslaught are no doubt trying to provoke." Around the world, many have voiced their support for the French people and pledged to help in any way they can. Those sentiments will surely continue for many days to come as France comes to terms with the attacks in Paris. That's all we have time for. Join us again tomorrow for another press review. In Kiev, this is Ukraine Today.